Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, it has been a while since I actually did a rank up, and this time around I'm gonna do one of those rank ups that's probably not gonna be to everybody's taste, but I'm personally not too displeased with having to make. And I'll say it up front, prestige does have something to do with it, but I have been long defending this particular champion because I have been using this particular champion daily, and he has been performing great for me personally. And I actually really personally do look forward to this rank up. Now, this is again coming from Alliance War Rewards and whatever we get from the loyalty store and all that other good stuff. I still seem to be largely bottlenecking on tier 6 basics and tier 3 alphas. Tier 6 CCs seem to be coming relatively fine. But if I do jump to my tier 6 CC stash, you can see that at the moment I'm close to forming one mystic one. I have one science, but I do have 2 and a bit tech ones, which is quite cool. It's going to be good for this season. I have 3 skill and 3 mutant ones, but we do have 4 cosmic ones. And that was the one that I was chasing previously. For the reason that a while ago, if we take a look at my cosmic champions, a while ago, I did dupe the 7-star. I actually don't have many. I think I have the least 7-stars in the cosmic class, because I only have the 2. To be fair though, I'm not too upset about it because cosmic class holds gems like Venom the Duck and a few other champions that I'm not particularly interested in. However, I did pull Gore, which is probably, I think, the better pull that you can have here in general, and I did dupe my Surfer. I didn't just dupe my Surfer, I ended up double duping him. And then when I took a look at my prestige and what Sig Silver Surfer should be to affect my prestige, I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that, because Silver Surfer should be affecting my prestige at rank 2. And even if he isn't, I do wholeheartedly plan on using him in Battlegrounds, potentially, especially in week 1 and 2 meta. Week 3 and 4 meta, I don't think he's going to work too well, but potentially also in the next season as well. He's also, believe it or not, one of my comfort champions, so to speak, because I play with him almost every day in Alliance Quest. Cool thing about him is, why he works so well in Alliance Quest for me, is because it's super easy to get 3 debuffs on opponent, which turn out to be armor breaks, though he works great with that global buff that you can select. Additionally, I am on far right path in section 1, which requires you to have 3 debuffs in order to be able to do damage to your opponents. And then further on, it's super easy to maintain 3 or more buffs on, and he works for my section 2 and 3 paths. So he's one of those champions that kind of fits all the criteria perfectly. Started using him and carried on doing so. So, Silver Surfer. Again, I want to double check the prestige that I'm on right now. Champion prestige 18.4, total prestige 19.6. And let's hit that rank up button. Now I'm going to be in another race to get more tier 6 basics, tier 3 alphas to rank up some mutants. I do want to take up my Archangel, I think, next to rank 5. And there are a few skill champions I want to rank up. I want to rank up Kate, potentially Korg, or something else there. Right, so we need Cosmic Catalysts. Let's claim those. We do have a rank 2 Silver Surfer now. And yeah, I actually genuinely like the guy. I did a quick test before, because I do have a rank 4 Sig 200 Silver Surfer, and Silver Surfer Sig is quite important to his damage. And in my testing, basically, the damage output was virtually the same in between Sig 20, 7-star rank 1, and Sig 200, 6-star rank 4. So I was quite happy with that, and that meant that I effectively replaced my 6-star Silver Surfer with my 7-star Silver Surfer already at rank 1, Sig 20. Now he's Sig 40, and he's rank 2. Means, taking a look at that prestige, that is a fairly sizable bump. Now at 19.8k. 18.588, and he is up top here, as we can see. He does seem to appear as my TP top champion now. That's my profile champion. I don't mind it, to be honest. I have been extremely harsh to Silver Surfer when he first came out. I was the one who gave him the nickname Lemon Surfer, or at the very least I used it a lot. But yeah, I was very, very harsh. But over time, he kind of grew on me. I think that's one of my character traits, that it does take some time for me to warm up to things. There have been champions like that where I have completely changed my opinion about. Oh, this was a small whoopsie, but that's fine because we didn't get power drained. So now I want to bet out the level 1 because we're going to do the level 1, level 2 rotation here. So now at this point we're already starting to do some damage. Those armor breaks are actually relatively decent as well. And Silver Surfer does have notoriously small base attack though, which is, mitigated by those 2 Fury buffs. That's fine. Those 2 Fury buffs are quite important, actually. And this is as expected. Not perfect, but that's fine. Here, as we can see, we're dealing relatively decent damage. In longer fights, you do want to go for your level 3 with the Surfer, but I think at a rank 2 level against the Winter Soldier, we should be fine with just 2 level 2s. And here I made a mistake. Hopefully I'm not going to pay for it. I'm playing a bit scruffy here, but it should be fine. We can utilize the unblockable. And the fight should be over. I know that I definitely can do this better, because, I have a massive level 2 overkill here. But he is actually much faster than people realize. This isn't the best time, 1 minute 17. But still, that's unsynergized without any special buffs. There is actually few ways how to boost his damage output quite significantly. But we're going to get to that a bit later. So again, we're going to go for the power gain. Let's see. It was like 1 minute 17, I believe. So now I'm going to need to... Here we go. We have the level 1 in. We got the double fury. Now we can start doing decent damage with the double furies. This is basically like the minimum base required ramp up for Silver Surfer. Your heavy attack and then 1 level 1. You can do it differently. You can ramp him up without using the level 1, just by using heavy attacks, because the fury duration is long enough, so you can activate 1 fury, activate 2nd fury, and then still manage to activate the power gain. It's a bit tight, but it's definitely doable. And now we are going to go for a damage here without the armor breaks, but still the burst damage isn't really affected by it, which is perfectly fine. A nice little heavy attack. Now a few more bursts. You can see that this should finish the fight off. Again, I believe this is 18 hits and 1 minute 11. So another cool thing about Surfer is that he is fairly consistent. Now, let's try team select, because there are a few things obviously that we can do to improve Silver Surfer's damage. Number 1 is obviously he is quite friendly with... I actually don't know all of his synergies. Might be worth taking a look at in Aunt May, just to make sure I don't skip anything important. Obviously, making him a horseman is quite helpful as well, but it's not like super important, I think. Can make him recoil friendly-ish. But let's take a look. Where is that little shiny bald-headed man? Right. So, any cool synergies? Heralds of Galactus. That doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter. This one's quite nice. But that's not super important. Probably solo. This solo. Jumping gains 4+ buffs gain an aptitude buff increasing potency. Okay, that could be quite interesting, so I can throw in an Adam Warlock. Definitely know that we want an Odin. Odin giving him 3 buffs will also quite significantly increase his damage. Herald of Galactus, we're not going to do that. This is solo. Solo. This is also solo. And precision buff and special 2 increasing. Okay, so we're gonna give him an overseer one. For sure, for sure. Where is the hipster Hulk? And all champions gain common power rate, nothing too important. Increased buff duration. Okay, fine, let's test it out. Let's go with War Machine. Let's see how this is going to work out. Mr. Fantastic probably would have been quite decent as well to go. Okay, so now let's try out. So let's activate the Odin's pre-fights and let's see by how much we can improve that. It was 117 and 110, I believe. About 80 hits the bow stat. And you can go for level 3s as well. I think in this case actually level 3 might be a bit better, but that's fine. We're just gonna go in with our rank 2 Silver Surfer. And then I'm gonna bring him in some a bit shorter fights. Right. So again, we're just gonna go with that. Sweet. Now I like that he has that relatively decent synergy with Hulk, because previously that synergy obviously sucked. There wasn't much to it. But this should give us a relatively sizable bonus now, because I had 2 aptitudes on. And with both of those, the Fury should be significantly more potent. And yeah, when we synergize the chat up, look at those damage numbers. This is seemingly much quicker. And here we go. Let's go for nice level 2. Oof. Look at that. One level 2, and he's at 30% health. Go for a full combo. We're doing like 5k, but oops. That's a small whoops. It doesn't matter too much. That was still a small whoops. We didn't even manage to go for a second level 2. So this was 56 hits in 1 minute. So it is definitely noticeably faster. He is one of those champions. Silver Surfer actually could be quite fun to test out in some like lower sector incursions, because he improves the buff potency and he gains damage from those buffs. So it's quite a lot to like. So let's try and be as aggressive as we can be here. We want to. Here we go. We got these 2. This is pretty much a perfect start. And now we just need to rush to our level 2. And, well, I mean, that's one way to get quick to my level 2 quicker. That's fine. I'm just going to go with this without the armor break. Still decent 14k damage. We can bait out. Oof, look at that heavy. Look at that heavy. And this is going to be, yeah, well, too much. It's an overkill. And this is, yeah, 50 seconds. That's not bad at all. Right. But let's see the shorter sized battleground-ish length fights are against that Deadpool and Venom the Duck. Still searching for like a very solid replacement for this place, but that's fine. So we're gonna throw out all of the synergies. We're not gonna cheat. It's only going to be Silver Surfer, as he would be in Battlegrounds and stuff. And with that, let's see how fast we can beat up the Deadpool and how fast we can beat up the Venom the Duck. And he will, I think, be going in my deck. Okay, so sweet. That's a nice 11k crit there on heavy attack from the get-go. Now I just need to get... This is fine. This is pretty much perfect. And now I can go for my level 2. And that level 2 is going to be overkill pretty much. Probably. I wonder how well I would do if I just went for 2 heavies in level 2 for the Furies. So this is 32 seconds, so you know it's not a record-breaking speed, but it's definitely not super slow either. For this one, I wanted to try out a bit different. I'm gonna go for heavy attacks and just a level 2 to see if I can get away with using 1 less power bar. So, in order to do that, what you want to do is go for your full 6-hit combo. drop a heavy attack and get stand-up intercept. That's fine, that's not a big deal. And now with that single Fury, we can already be like super aggressive. And we're gonna go for another Fury. And I messed up. I'm used to my level 2 being unblockable. Okay, we're gonna redo this thing. Completely for I'm just, yeah, used to my level 2 being unblockable. If I went for power gain buff instead of my second Fury, I would have been perfectly fine. But just, you know, one of those things. Habit. This is still only 38 seconds with that level 2 in the block, so I do think I can do it faster. Okay, so we're gonna go for, I think, a Fury first, and then a power gain buff. I think that kind of makes sense. Right. Finish this fight. Let's go again super quickly. Uh-oh. Whatever, that's a bit of a recording jitters, I suppose. That's fine. I suppose yeah, here the level 2 without the second buff didn't do too much, but with 2 Furies I should be able to finish it off pretty much here. So this wasn't also like perfect, but this should be quite fast. Yeah, this is under 30 seconds, because I did end up just using the level 2. Now this health pool is going to be a bit bigger, so we're going to go for the standard parry heavy, level 1 rotation. And why? Okay, never mind. We're going to play it like we are. That's fine. I just confused myself a bit. I'm gonna go for this here. Fade that out. And this isn't gonna have much burst, but it'd still be decent-ish damage. And now we can just quite safely go in, finish this off. And that was a nice 23k hit. And it was still 31 seconds, so even with that mistake, 31 seconds, 200k health pool, quite like that. I have a good feeling about this tempo, dealing 200k damage in 30 seconds. I think it's going to be quite nice. Now, another cool thing that a lot of people don't realize about Silver Surfer is the fact that he's a great Killmonger counter, because he has armor break. He has armor up, so he can take down Havocs, which I absolutely love. And he can work fine against Bishop, because, yeah, you do some of those energy damage things, but if Bishop throws level 1 and you get incinerated, it doesn't do you any damage, it can actually willpower heal you. So there's quite few nice matchups that you can do with Silver Surfer, which I do like. Anyways, that is my latest 7-star rank 2. How many 7-star rank 2s I have now? 7-star rank 2s, and that means I have 8. Let me know what you guys think about rank 2 Silver Surfer. And yeah, at the very least, it's one more rank 2 that isn't unduped. That is and has been one of the more depressing things, that aside from Killmonger, virtually all of my rank 2s have been unduped. Now at least I have another one that is duped. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Silver Surfer. Don't be gentle or kind. Give it to me the way you think, you know. Be truthful. And I'll catch you guys soon. Bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about